Hi guys, it's Carrie with Rockin' G Farm, and I am welcoming you to Christmas on the Farm. So every Christmas I like to make tons of cookies and goodies, even though they're not eaten by me all the time, because if I ate them all I wouldn't fit into my pants anymore. But anyway, I do like to make sure that I have goodies around the house for all of my family and friends that do visit. And then if we're going somewhere, I can easily put them into a nice little container and take them as a gift. But before we get started, I was just gonna say, subscribe to my channel. If you like the content, give me a thumbs up, share the videos, and comment with what kind of cookies are your favorite for Christmas, and what is your family traditions with your Christmas cookies. So now what we're gonna do is my absolute favorite, and I have been waiting 3 weeks to make this because it's been raining, and you cannot make this in the rain because of the humidity. Guys, did you ever know you can make peanut brittle in the microwave? I found this recipe years ago when my kids were small, and I love it, absolutely love it. It's really fast, great peanut brittle. You don't have to use a candy thermometer. You just go in there and you watch the chemical reactions that take place, and you put it in your pan and you have peanut brittle within 10 minutes. It is awesome. So what I was saying also about those chemical reactions, this would be a great science experiment for your kids to watch, because when you put the baking soda in, it makes this frothy bubbles, and that's a chemical reaction, and that would be awesome for your homeschooling kids or your kids that are home for a snow day to see. So this is awesome. So let me show you. I don't know how long I've had this book, and I don't know when or where I got it, but it is called Gooseberry Patch Christmas Book 5, and that is where I found my recipe. So we're just going to tweak it just a little bit for what I like. So I'll put my recipe down in the description so y'all can try this awesome peanut brittle in your microwave. One caveat though, this is the first time I'm going to make it here at the house here with my new microwave. My other microwave, I had it to where I knew the timing and I knew exactly how my peanut brittle should look in my container. So this time we're just crossing our fingers that I can get this microwave to work. But what we're going to do first is I am going to put I'm going to grease my cookie sheet, and I just use a cookie sheet that has a lip on it just so that it won't run out and get everywhere. So this is what I do. Let me tell you about this cookie sheet. I just got this from Pampered Chef. I had a Pampered Chef party probably about 2 months ago, and I needed some more pans like this. This is an amazing pan. This pan probably weighs about a pound. And when you get good baking pans, they should be really sturdy, and this pan is sturdy. So if y'all like Pampered Chef, y'all need to find you a Pampered Chef consultant and get some pans like this to bake in. So anyway, what we're gonna do, we're going to grease our pan so that when our peanut brittle is ready to be broken, it won't stick to this baking pan. So what I do, you can either use your hands, make sure you take your jewelry off if you're going to use your hands. I'm not going to use my hands, I'm just going to use a napkin. Just get a napkin and you fold it around your fingers so the grease won't get on your fingers. And I'm just going to get just a little bit on my napkin, and I'm going to go all over my baking sheet. And make sure you get up in the corners and on the edges, because you don't want anything to stick. So that's what we're doing right now. Is getting this baking pan greased up really well so that when we break our peanut brittle, it will come out easy. And guys, that is it. That's how you grease a pan. So we're gonna set that to the edge. I'm just gonna set this over here. I'll get this out of my way. And so this is what we're gonna do now. You want to get a microwave safe bowl. And again, I must be a snob for Pampered Chef because 99% of everything in my kitchen is Pampered Chef. I absolutely love it. This is a Pampered Chef, I think it's called a batter bowl, and I've had it for probably 15, 18 years. Love it, absolutely. So this is what I always use when I do my peanut brittle. Get a good pot that will work in your microwave. So the first thing we're gonna do is, in a microwave safe bowl, we're gonna put our peanuts, sugar, corn syrup, and salt. So we have peanuts, and for some reason I just got the unsalted, didn't mean to, so maybe my salt content might be a little off, so I'm using salted butter. So I'm gonna get my peanuts, and that's gonna be 1.5 cups of roasted peanuts. It still had some of the skin on it. I don't want the skin on in that. So I've got my peanuts, 1.5 cups. The next thing I'm gonna do is add my sugar, and I forgot to bring it out here. Hold on one second. So I've got my sugar, and I'm gonna use 1 cup of sugar. Just mix that in. And then we are going to add corn syrup. You can use light corn syrup or dark corn syrup. This is just what I had on hand, so I'm just gonna use the dark. It will make your peanut brittle just a little bit darker in color. And we're gonna use I'm glad I reread that, 1/2 cup of corn syrup. Okay. And then we're gonna add salt to this. And yet again, Pampered Chef spatula. So I'm just gonna sit this back here and let get that sticky on me. And then we need to add our salt, and we're gonna do 1/2 teaspoon of salt, Pampered Chef. And then when I am doing my salt, I do not ever measure over my bowl because it can accidentally overfill my teaspoon, and then it would ruin your mixture. So always try to measure your salt over something else besides your batter bowl in case it goes over. So I'm just gonna sprinkle that 1/2 teaspoon of salt in. And before we get going, I need a 1 tablespoon of butter. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this and get this ready for when I pull my peanut brittle batter out of the microwave, because you have to kind of go really fast because this sets up really quick. So you would have all of your stuff for the last steps ready to go before you put your mixture into the microwave. So I'm just gonna get a knife, and I am going to do 1 tablespoon. It's gonna be right there. And I'm just gonna set that right there because I could easily grab that off. And then the next thing I'm going to need, let me put my eyes on for a minute. We are going to use 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, baking soda. So I'm gonna have to have my baking soda ready, and we're gonna use 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And the baking soda is actually what you're gonna put in almost at the very last, and it is going to make this all foamy and frothy before you start mixing it all in and putting it in here. So that's where that chemical reaction is gonna come up. So I've got my baking soda ready, I've got my vanilla ready, and I'm not gonna measure my vanilla, I just kind of like to go, actually I'm gonna put that lid back on because I don't wanna spill that. I'm just gonna kind of dip my vanilla jar onto my peanut brittle stuff, and then let's make sure I got everything ready. I've got my butter, my vanilla, and my baking soda ready. My sheet is greased, so we are ready. So what we're gonna do now, we are going to mix this up and make sure that all of this is all incorporated into each other. Make sure the peanuts are there. And just stir, stir, stir. And it'll still kind of look a little bit dry, but after you get it into the microwave, it's going to kind of get a little kind of juicy a little bit. And then your peanuts are actually going to kind of turn a little brown, like they've been roasted in the oven. So that's kind of what we're going to look for after the 6 to 7 minutes that we keep them in the microwave. And you cook them on high for 6 to 7 minutes. And I am going to start checking them at 6 minutes just because I've never made this in this microwave before. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna need to use that, so we'll put that there. Okay, so you can kind of see how it's all incorporated, and that's what it needs to look like. So now I'm gonna put it in my microwave on high for 6 minutes, and then I'm gonna check it. So let me put that in the microwave real quick. So we've got it going in the microwave. I'm gonna just kind of clean up my area while that is cooking. Okay. We've got, it's ready to come out. Okay, you can see how bubbly it is. And then immediately you put your butter in and you put some vanilla in. And then we're gonna stir that up real quick. And then we're gonna put it back in for 2 to 3 minutes. Make sure that butter is all, yeah. Here we go. I think I'm going to put it in for 3 minutes. Looks still a little. See how I said you have to work quickly, especially when it's winter time. So we're gonna put this back in for 3 minutes. Okay, Hunter's gonna help me because I don't have real strong hands, and since I have to do this so fast, I always try to get somebody to help me do this part. So you can see how bubbly it is, and let's watch this chemical reaction. We're gonna stir that, and then it's gonna become all frothy and white.
It's ready to go in.
Okay, then let's pour it in. It's great to have help when your hands aren't strong, especially cooking the brittle, because my hands just are not strong enough to hold the container and get everything out. The only bad part about this is the cleanup on your pitcher.
Spread that out.
Yeah, honestly.
It's gonna stick to that deal.
Here, let me have it. I'll get a spoon. And then you'll have some stuck in here, and you'll just have to kind of let it soak for a while to get the rest of that off of there. But it's, yeah, I probably should have gotten the house a little hotter. But that is your microwave peanut brittle. How awesome is that, guys? Okay, remember, I'll put the recipe at the bottom under the description. If you liked this, give me a thumbs up. If you're going to try the recipe, give me another thumbs up. Comment in the comments what your family tradition is as far as sweets and goodies for the holidays. And join us next time for Christmas on the Farm.